The show features adults using adult language and discussing mature topics. You have been warned. Wow, we're not in a mid-conversation and we start the stream. Hey, everybody.
Yeah, it's the new one.
Yeah. Welcome back to Rime of the Frostmaiden, where someone who's really paying attention just realizes that his girlfriend's not at her desk. So this will be interesting.
Roll initiative.
Does anyone want to help catch the audience up on what the heck's going on?
I can if nobody else wants to.
Sounds like
Go for it.
all you.
All right. When last we left our intrepid heroes in Icewind Dale, the Duergar had released their giant mech dragon and sent it off to attack 10 towns. However, knowing they couldn't travel across the mountains in time, the party opted to call Periwinkle's dad, Patience, to see if he would be able to help out. Thankfully, a quick teleportation spell later, and Patience and another of their band, Rogue was his name?
ROGH. It's
ROGH.
pronounced something like Row.
Row.
Row. Yeah, Row. Row the bard. Arrived and arrived on the scene, and after a bit of confusion, took off on the back of Row, having transformed into a golden dragon to try and face down this mechanical dragon while the party descends into the fortress of Sunblight itself. Inside, we faced a small group of Duergar guardsmen on the first level and are now standing in the aftermath of that fight.
Yes, you were in the crew's quarters.
Mm-hmm.
As you will quickly learn, as the small rooms lead to little bunks for each of them, and one of them has a deck of cards that are made of very thin slate. Let's see, anything else there? Besides the Drugar's equipment that they have on them, which would be a Warpick shield and scale mail sized for dwarf on all of them. So I think that's like all of that times 10. Some of it might be broken from the battle as well, or at least damaged.
So that was loot, not something that we came across in a different room?
No. I'm just saying that's what's
stuff
on
they
their
were
dead
wearing.
bodies.
That's the shit they had on them.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's loot if you want it to be.
Well, I was confused at first. I thought for a split second that we were walking past a room and saw this inside. If that's supposed to be the loot, the cards piqued my interest.
The cards? Okay.
Mm-hmm. You said they were slate?
Yes. You pick them up and they feel like they could be brittle, but you're not sure. You probably don't want to test it. In fact, they were playing cards with it and they were shuffling, and you're able to shuffle the deck. Means they're at least more durable than they appear.
Okay. First off, I want to apologize if that was cut off before you said everything. I feel like I may have jumped the gun a little bit talking about the interest in the cards if there was more.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Room.
It's a set
No,
of
Scotty was done.
Okay.
You notice that you notice that the king card would look unique. Of course, all the face cards have some kind of Drugar on them, but the king card looks like a Drugar, but a little bit more than just a Drugar.
Like a real life dwarf? Sorry.
I'm double checking what they look like. But you can give me a religion check on it.
Sure.
It's a female Drugar. She has no beard and she seems to be wearing very regal attire.
Religion 19.
At first, you think this is just some unnamed Drugar that you don't know. And then seeing that she is holding what appears to be a head of some kind of mind flare like creature, you know that this is actually a demigod of the Drugar named Deep Dwara. Queen of the Invisible Art. And pretty much all you know about her is that they worship
All right.
the set of cards, I'll say, is worth 75 gold. Just because, it's very finely crafted stone as cards. It's not easy to find.
Not bad. Liliana will kind of look down at the Drugar. I assume they're wearing a shirt under their armor.
Yeah.
She'll kind of just grab one of their shirts and wipe off her swords before sheathing them again.
Okay.
Looks back to the others. So
Yeah,
should we get going?
Yeah, Elena finds a patch of shirt that is not bloody on the one that's head exploded, and just uses it to just smear the blood off her face, and just goes, "Yeah, I think it's best we keep moving. They're gonna send somebody to check on these assholes here in a bit when they don't have anybody reporting in for shifts and watches."
I don't think we are planning to be here that long, but
True, but we don't know their schedules.
Are any of the dwarves carrying any throwing weapons?
Each one of them has 8 javelins. So there are 10 javelins.
10 what?
Javelins.
Oh, javelins.
Like
I'll grab
small throwing spears.
Yeah. Yeah, I understood chagrams, and I'm like, well, what? These dwarves are way fancier than I thought.
Right? If they had chakrams, I'd be really interested in what their reasons for that is.
Yeah, I'll grab 4 javelins.
Okay.
Now that the fight's over, did I ever go back into? I was in X4, but did I ever go into 5?
No. Okay, so X4, for those at home that have no idea what the heck that's supposed to mean. Last episode, River went into what they assume is a war room. It's a rectangular room. It had a set of double doors going in. And inside there was a little tiny mini version of the mechanical dragon they saw. And it seems to be set on this perfect map of Icewind Dale, specifically more around the 10 Towns area. And there was a lever in here that no one pulled. And there was another double door going across that go to X5, which is another room.
I'm gonna pull the lever.
You go over and you pull the lever. And you notice that the tiny little dragon figurine, you hear gears start whirring up quietly, and it's attached to an iron rod, and you notice that it moves across the map in a specific route, and then comes back to where the fortress is at here in the mountains, and then it repeats that.
Okay, what cities is it flying over?
All of them.
What's the pattern?
If you give yourself 10 minutes, you could study the pattern and write it down.
10 minutes might be a bit much to wait for.
Yeah, we're already counting on
Okay,
people
to
intercept it already.
A few minutes. Just you get to either memorize it or write it down or something.
Patience has it covered. We're good.
I'm gonna check out the double doors are in
No,
this room.
Patience. Gilbert Godfrey said that's the name, so therefore that's the name.
Well, patience isn't a virtue, so
For those that don't know, in another game we got a cameo from Gilbert Godfrey himself. for one of our characters' weddings that he had no idea it was for
And
the character's
holy shit, he botched so many of the names and then got some of the strange ones.
This is
I mean-
for Sunspot.
Patience. That I think was the best.
Raleigh.
I'll list off the route real quick for you. But the longest it takes is going from the mountains to 10 towns. And it immediately goes to Dugan's Hole. Then it flies to Goodmead. Then it flies to East Haven. Then it flies to Carden Eval. And then Car Konig. And then Tourmaline. And then Lonelywood. Then Bremen. Then Targos. And last but not least, it breaks the circle cycle. It skipped Bryn Shander until the very end, and it flies all the way to Bryn Shander. And then it flies all the way back to...
That is an interesting route.
Probably wouldn't hurt if somebody could telepathically tell the ones that are going after the flying beast.
I,
what the
I don't
pattern
think
was.
Callie can, no, because I think she used her sending for the week.
Yeah. They know it's going to 10 towns. They probably had enough time to intercept it.
For the 10-day. That's the one time she can do it for 10 days.
Oh, pretend day.
Which is a
So-
Irunian week, but
Yeah.
thought I might specify, because 10 days is a week and a half for us.
I remember that because I saw some ads for a different high profile stream where somebody was playing a Centaur sorcerer and their name was It's Been a 10-Day because it was a play on It's Been 1 Week by Bare Naked Ladies. I'm like,
Next time we stop and take a long rest, I can send a message out to them.
I don't think we're gonna have much time to stop for a long rest.
yeah, I think this is
It's going to be a few days for that dragon to, burn it all down.
perhaps.
We'll
We
see.
don't know if they're
Coincidentally, you all meet up in the war
Mhm.
at this point.
Oh, hi guys.
No. And Elena kind of looks around. If it wasn't for the fact that we have to get through the mountains, wouldn't be a half bad base up here. And also more of the fact that it was built by a bunch of genocidal assholes.
That's most buildings, though. So
Speaking of, I'm going to go up and check the other double doors in this room.
Where was the depiction of the demigod?
It's on...
that was on the cards.
Yeah, what would normally be the king card actually had, I guess, a queen.
Ah, I see. Right.
Prism has them. But in any case, River, I have delayed it long enough. You open up the double doors, and you see inside braziers heaped with glowing hot coal, heating this chamber, which contains a large stone bed covered with soot-stained furs. At the head, the bed is against the north wall. In a shallow niche above the bed is a bas relief, the giant scowling Drugar clenching its teeth. At the foot of the bed is a flat-topped iron trunk, sealed with a bulky padlock, and a stone door is set into the western wall. The Drugar that's scowling is Deep Dora.
When y'all want to pack this lock?
Helena's ears sort of prick up and she goes, I'll do it. You go take a look at this thing. Cracks her knuckles and takes out her thieves' tools.
All right, give me a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
With a +4.
Okay, plus 1d4. All right, and let's add the d4 to that. 16.
You have thieves' tools, correct?
I believe. Yes, I do.
Okay, because you would definitely need thieves' tools.
Either
This
you
is an
do or I
intricate
do.
dwarven lock, so it's not
Right.
something you can just go, oh, I just take my sword and I...
Yeah.
That would be neat, though. With a 16, you're fussing with it for a good minute or so, and you feel like you're making no progress. This is a tough lock.
Damn it.
Liliana just smirks and taps her. Here, I got this.
Liliana,
By all
since you have
means.
the highest capacity,
Yep.
you notice that there is a 2 foot tall statuette of Deep Dora made of Chardolin over on a shelf on the opposite wall from the bed. She is nude. And except for a spiked crown on top of her bald head.
So no braziers in there, hit there, I guess.
Yeah.
Liliana trying to open
Damn
the
it, I
chest.
said it again. Anyway.
You did, Scotty. Did you hear what I said? You see what I said in the chat? Put so many bras. Actually, before I go into that, I'm gonna take a look at that statue.
Okay, real quick. Did you say something,
Yep.
River?
I was asking if Liliana was going to try to pick it, and if she was, I was going to give her a +4 as well.
Oh, okay.
I'll give it a try after I look to check out the statue.
Okay. You go and check out the statue, and I need a wisdom saving throw.
Not 20.
You feel something seem to scratch the back of your head as you touch this statuette. But it's only for a brief moment.
She'll just kind of, probably everyone will see, you just see her kind of shake her head for a moment. Do not touch that statue.
What's up?
That was after you touched it.
Yeah, she'll pull her hand away.
Like
There's something in there.
you touched it, that happened, and even when your hand was still on it, it didn't continue. Like it was just for the brief moment.
Something happened when I touched it. I don't really know, but she'll kind of just shake her head. And she'll turn back and she's going to try and pick that lock now. So River can give that +4.
Okay.
So that will be a that'll be a 30.
A 30?
30. 30.
Okay.
Grief, woman.
This is a very tricky lock, but you are able to find your way around it. Maybe you had experience dealing with dwarven locks in the past, but this is like a dwarven master. And maybe through some luck, maybe not really luck when it comes to picking locks, but in any case, you get it open. And as you unlock it, you open the trunk, right?
I am first going to check it for traps. No good rogue worth their salt is going to open its chest and not check for traps on that. Investigation.
Roll me an insight real quick.
Insight. All right, that is a dirty 20.
You're thinking if there was a trap, it probably would have been on the lock, but that's not
Fair
guaranteed.
enough.
It's probably a 50-50 chance there's still a trap on it.
She's going to still check.
Okay.
That will be an investigation, right? I remember
Yes.
properly. So I'll be a 17.
You thoroughly check it around. You test the weight on certain parts. You just try to barely open it to the slice to see if there's like a little lever hook thing that will like unlatch and cause something to happen. And from what you can tell, there are no traps.
All right, then I guess I'll open it now.
As you open it, you see inside a lot of treasure. You see a pair of dwarven sandals carved out of obsidian. What appears to be some kind of clothes with a bunch of gemstones sewn into it. Maybe a bunch of other things that have like gems and such on them. Some weird looking smoking device that you've never seen before. Very ornate. And what it looks like a scroll.
Well, Liliana will open up the chest, kind of look down, and then first thing she'll do is look to Prism and motion to the scroll.
Sure, I wouldn't mind a look.
It seems like that's something like that's up your alley, anyways.
You remove the scroll, and it is a leather scroll. And you can read all things. Because you're
Yes.
a warlock thing, right?
Eyes of the Runekeeper.
Okay. So you see the following dwarven numbers written on it. As I posted in Discord. And I'll also post it. How it is in the book is they're set up 4x2 on the scroll. Like you opened it up, they were like. That probably
look
doesn't
over-
matter, but I thought I might as well say it's not just like a big line of numbers.
I'm gonna look over Prism's shoulder. I can read Dwarvish. Do I reckon? What do I think this is? Does this seem like a code, or does this seem like a like some kind of sequence to enter somewhere, like something like that?
You can roll me an insight.
Insight.
Chat has been nice enough to remind me from last session that Lluis has an advantage banked. And I think I did discuss it with him later, but thought I might as well give the reminder.
12.
12. It could be in any assortment of things. It could be code. Like each one of those sets of 3 might represent like a specific character or word. It could be combination to something. It could be like a password or something. You don't know. It could be anything.
It could be a secret tool that'll help us later as I pocket it.
Okay.
Right. You said there was also like an outfit in here?
Yeah, it seems like some kind of clothes and they're like folded up nicely. Looks like some kind of jacket, maybe.
Could does there anything that seems like ceremonial about it, or does it seem more just like, oh, look, I'm rich, I'm literally wearing money? kind of
Going
thing?
off of the insight you rolled before, the latter.
Right. Oh. Lena sort of just picks it up and sort of just like,
As you pick it up and you unfold it, you realize it's a jacket, a leather jacket that is sized for a dwarf, and it's constantly smoking, but there's no heat or smoke coming from the smoke. And sewn inside it are 50 gemstones of assorted colors and sizes.
Shit.
damn. Lena looks at this thing, looks at it and just sort of turns it and puts it up to herself and realizes it won't fit. Fuck. This is pretty cool though.
Just
You could
because
probably
it's
sell
sized
this.
for a dwarf doesn't mean you can't wear it. It just means it has broad shoulders and you'll have a hell of a midriff.
But it's still a jacket.
Hmm.
And she's like,
It's a smoking jacket.
A smoking
Exactly.
leather jacket.
literally a smoking jacket. Lena looks at it and just goes, I might sell this for a bit. I don't think it's for me though. It's kind of gaudy.
Try it on and see if you like warm from the smoke.
Could I roll anything to see what this smoke effect might be?
Arcana.
Arcana.
I almost dropped my drink.
I am not rolling good tonight. That's an 11.
+4.
Yeah, go ahead.
Plus
Add
4.
the D4.
Okay, that's a 15.
Okay. Your initial roll actually was enough to pass. It's a very common magic thing, like cantrip level equivalent, being embedded.
Okay.
You know, in Xanathars where you got like the common magic items.
Mhm.
That's essentially that same level of magic has been embedded into this jacket to give the illusion of smoke constantly emitting from it.
Oh, okay.
It's a helmet of smoking. It's the smoking helmet thing.
Yeah.
Knowing that, would I know if I gain any kind of like
You've heard
warmth
of-
from this?
You would think if that's the only magic that's been added to it, it'll just be like a normal leather jacket. I mean, it's good for the wind. Maybe have like something warmer underneath, thicker, and then have that on top. It would be a good windbreaker.
Right. Elena just looks it over and goes, I don't think this is going to have any kind of like enchantment on it besides the smoke thing. It's kind of a basic magical cantrip kind of level stuff. It probably will sell okay. The gems and stuff look kind of gaudy, but rich people like to show off, so She just sort of
It
shrugs.
looks very expensive.
Mhm.
Like
Could
trying,
I-
to buy, like trying to buy the Daft Punk jacket in its heyday.
Oh. Would I be able to try and like figure out how much it would be? Like run for?
Yeah, just give me an intelligence roll.
Okie dokie. Intelligence. There we go. It's better. Not bad. 14.
At least a few hundred.
Right. I'll try and remember that for later. Just say, does anyone want to hold on to this? Probably hawk it later.
No.
No, I'll just hold on to it. She just sort of just throws it over one shoulder.
Okay. Also, as you remove that, you get a better look of other things inside because it was kind of covered up. A lot of stuff along the scroll was as well. You see what appears to be some kind of weird-looking lamp-like structure that seems to be made out of platinum and star sapphire. And at the very top is like this bowl. And the bowl itself is pure platinum, and you can see like soot and stuff in there. And there seems to be a hose attached to the side of the base of this weird vase thing.
Oh, it's a dwarf hookah.
And at the very end of the hose seems to be some kind of mouthpiece.
Now this looks like it might be worth a pretty penny.
Perry would immediately recognize it as a hookah. Very common from a land that she was at one time.
I was like,
Also-
wait, where was she? Oh.
Also, before I sort of like throw the jacket over my shoulder, I want to check the pockets and see if there's anything in it.
So
Meh, worth a shot.
So it's a hookah. Anything else in the bottom of this chest?
there is a comb made of a malachite. It has 7 red garnets embedded into it. Not just any kind of comb, but for those of you that have been around dwarves, it's a beard. A comb specifically for beards. I don't know what that would look like. You can leave that up to whatever you want.
That's worth it, Liz. We none of us have beards.
How offensive it is if I use it for my tail?
You think maybe roll an insight?
I'm gonna take the comb and brush his mane.
It feels nice.
17 inside.
13.
Yeah.
I mean, as River brushes it through your mane, it actually is like working really well. Like it's a very nice comb. You think it's designed specifically for thick hair? Probably be perfect for what you wanted to use.
I'll just slide that in my jacket for right now.
You gotta put it in the top pocket of the jacket.
Now you gotta get a very fancy
Get a pompadour haircut.
get a very fancy box,
Is there any beard oil?
and then
as well?
get specific
You know what? Yes, there's a
Ritual.
crystalline thing that you thought was whiskey, and you open it, and inside it's like this oily smell, and you know it's for like hair, like facial hair and stuff. Keep the sheen.
Keep this oil away from Prism.
Elena just smirks as a thought enters her head of leaving the comb behind and somehow Zadok living through the encounter with them and just coming back and brushing his beard with a comb that has touched a horse's backside.
So you guys take everything, right?
Oh yeah, we're stealing all the shit.
Okay.
Ransack the room.
Okay, as you take all the stuff, you think that the hookah itself, for the material alone that it's made of, makes it extremely expensive. But considering how fine crafted it is, it's probably more expensive than everything else in the chest put together. And as you take everything out, the bottom of the trunk sinks. And as it does,
Run.
Out!
the doors go, and it's just a stone wall. And the head of the dwarven lady, the mouth opens and it belches out a cloud of greenish purple gas, and it fills the room as everyone needs to make a con save.
Prism, tiny bubble, quick!
It's a ritual spell. It takes 10 minutes to activate.
Oh,
Is it do you only have it as a ritual?
Yep.
What kind of save did you say?
Constitution save.
17 from Elena.
18.
19.
Constance will get a 20.
22.
No, you've ruined
You
it.
broke the numbers.
How about Perry?
11.
I was about to say 2. Jesus.
That's a cat roll
No,
there.
I have +6
The,
to
the
con.
Barbarian
so
danger
not
sense.
possible.
Is that only for
Dex.
dex saves?
Only Dex.
Okay. And Valgg.
oh, you also have a +6, so it's a 9.
Okay. Everyone who got 15 and over takes 11 poison damage. Everyone else takes 22 as we roll initiative.
Oh no.
As the poison gets in for you guys and it just burns. Like you can feel it burning your lungs.
12 for Elena.
Okay.
21.
21 for River. How about Liliana?
23.
Of course. Prism?
I have a +9 to initiative. Of course I'm gonna go fast.
Sorry, I didn't roll that because I was double checking something. For my arcane ward, it says that the user or the shield takes damage instead of the user until it reaches 0.
That would count.
Yep.
That would count for this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just damage at all.
It's essentially like your force.
It's-
force field is blocking the gas from getting to you.
It's temp HP.
Yeah. It's a fancy way of having temp HP without it being temp HP, so you can actually have temp HP on top of that.
Well, the reason I ask is because I'm sorry if I'm being really loud there. Is because for a con save like this, it would make me think it wasn't something a physical type of shield would prevent, and this immediately got it in my system if I was having to roll a con save.
Unless it says it doesn't work for specific things, just a health bonus.
Okay, in that case, I'm down to okay.
Thematically, you can have your shield be whatever you want. It doesn't have to be like a physical like disc in the air shield. You could think of it more almost like a sci-fi where it's like this force field around you.
Think of it as a bubble shield.
I mean, that's kind of what Leonid's tiny hut is. But in any case, I got everybody. No, I didn't. No, I'm missing half the people. What am I saying? Perry, what'd you get for initiative?
19.
Ooh, that's pretty good. How about Prism?
Yeah.
23.
I'm assuming Liliana has better decks.
I definitely have. I'm pretty much gonna guarantee I have better decks.
Which is
20. I don't know, my dex is a +5.
okay. Yeah, mine's only +3.
And Valgg, what do you got?
14.
Okay. So Liliana, you are the first to act after the trap goes off and it's still spewing out gas.
All right. Sorry, I just pulled a very expensive card. 2 of them, actually. One of which is, I'm just going to show this real quick. I don't think it'll show up very well, but let me get my thing up.
It's got the foil text.
It actually does not have foil text. There we go.
Oh,
Let's see if
it kind of looked like it did
Oh,
for a
wow.
second.
It's Dungeons and
Oh.
Dragons. Yeah, it's literally a module cover.
Yeah, Temple of the Dragon Queen.
Temple of the Dragon Queen. Yep.
Nice.
That should actually be a very expensive card too. I pulled 2 big number cards. I think I pulled a $20 card here.
Sorry to break Liliana's card collecting tree, but everybody's dying.
Sorry.
And it's your turn.
They're fine.
As
Do
Perry,
I see?
Perry is probably like, considering her reaction to taking 22 damage.
Yeah. I'm gonna quickly. It's our exit is kind of blocked, right?
The door slammed shut.
Yeah. Is there any? Do I see anything else in here?
It seems like the room's start is lightly obscured at the moment as the gas continues to seep in.
Mhm.
With your passive, there doesn't seem to be any other way out of this place.
All right. Well, I'm going to run over to the statue that's spewing all the gas
Mm-hmm.
and just dump all of my water skin into the mouth.
Okay. You do that, and the gas is pushing the liquid out as it just keeps coming out. And I need another con save at the end of your turn.
All right. That is a 15.
Okay. I was just going to go with the default, but I think for the sake of you guys, I'm going to actually roll. You said 15?
1-5. Yep.
Okay. Okay, so you take 13 poison damage.
Ouch.
Then, after you do that, Prism, it is your turn.
Okay. I will take my movement to the door.
Mhm.
Does it have keyholes?
It does not. It does have handles for opening and closing.
But no keyholes.
No.
Okay. Can I possibly see through the crack or at the bottom on the ground?
With your past perception, you can tell that this door has been fitted perfectly stone to stone, almost like it's made so gas can't escape.
Oh, that ruined half of my plan. There's no windows or anything.
You're in a mountain. Sorry, you're in a dwarven fortress. No windows allowed.
May as well be a mountain. Yeah. Oh,
Don't push people to try and figure stuff out when you're under a high stress situation. Put that away.
oh Jesus! I didn't even
No.
know he lifted that up. I try to shrink the statue. See if it'll break.
What save is that? Wisdom?
I
It is a con save.
Does it specify creature or target?
creature or object. It does specify creature or object.
It does specify.
Statue
creature
is
or
technically
object.
an object.
Okay, you shrink the head, and it actually causes the gas to shoot out less, but now it's like having a smaller faucet, so it's just like more pressure pushing out. But it is less gas. Doesn't stop the good gas that's currently in the room, though. And that is Prism's turn. As Prism does that.
Con save. Right.
Yes.
$11.
Okay. You take 24 poison damage.
Prism hits the floor.
Ate through your shield and everything.
Yep.
Okay. So then the head would immediately go back to normal, wouldn't it? 'Cause it's
Double checking. Yeah. It's concentration.
oh, damn. Then again, you are a wizard. Being someone who's actually also played a wizard trapped in a room with gas poison, I can relate. My good old Zebediah. Anyway, River, you are next.
I'm going to try to pull the plate back up in that chest.
You don't see anywhere where you can really get a grasp on it. It just seemed to make the chest deeper.
Is there any other doors in this room?
There is to the closet. That's it. That one's already wide open. You guys looked in there, and not really much of interest in there.
Screw it. I'm attacking the statue.
The big head that's spewing gas,
Yes.
or the 2 foot tall naked lady one, because there were 2 statues.
Which one did Prism target?
The head spewing gas.
I'm attacking the tiny statue.
It's not tiny anymore. It's big again.
Well, no, the
I know. Yeah. So I'm assuming Eldritch Blast done.
yeah.
You can probably split it, can't you?
Roll to hit.
A dirty 20.
Yeah, you definitely hit. You might also roll for all the hits.
Well, let's see if this one destroys it. 9 damage.
It breaks a good chunk of it off.
Uh,
Remember, it's made of that chardolin. So.
Dirty 20, so 22.
Mm-hmm.
Give me an 87 for the book. I rolled a die 20 on the second strike.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what? 87 damage. You cause a black hole. It gets all the gas out of the room, but same with all the other matter in the rooms. I'm kidding. 83.
87.
87. Hey, good news. The statue can't take an action on its turn.
Oh, good. $18 more damage.
All right, you blow it off of its base, and as it topples over, you notice on the bottom of the base is a key that is inside a groove that's shaped for the key.
Ileana, there's a keyhole over there. And with my bonus action, spare the dying on Prism.
Okay. That stabilizes Prism, but once Prism takes damage again, it's immediately back to death save.
Yep.
So it pretty much buys you 1 turn.
I mean, granted, you can constantly just use that.
As long as River doesn't go down.
I'm triaging,
I mean-
so 18 for con.
Oh, right. Oh my. You take. Oh yeah, you. How much was that on con again?
18.
18.
Okay, you take 14 poison. When I rolled 2 the damage dice, I maxed him. So that's. Oh god.
All right, that's fine.
Okay. Then after River, it is Valgg's turn. Actually, what am I saying? It's Periwinkle. Perry. Everyone's
I look
dying.
around real quick. Yeah, I know. I look around really, really fast. Is there like a
You see a blur.
I
of
doubt
motion.
it.
No, I'm joking. I'm not.
Is there like anything that I could stuff a creature that does not breathe into it so we could try to unlock something?
Andrew.
That's what she's implying.
I,
Callie, you know
Yeah.
we have
oh,
the key, right?
shit. I need a roll for
What
Hindu.
key?
Did you miss the entire fact that River River just exposed the key?
Well, he said there was a keyhole, but there's no key.
I thought he found the key.
At the
but not
base of the
keyhole.
statue that he destroyed, there's a key inside the base.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, I'm like, I felt like I was going
thought there was a
fucking
key.
nuts there.
I feel like I'm going nuts because I swear I heard you say there was a keyhole and like I
I
don't
was
know.
thinking about keyholes.
Andrew pops up on your
So,
shoulder
can I,
and
like-
he's panicking and looks completely unaffected.
Yeah, because you can't breathe. Does this affect people who only breathe? Whatever. I'm not gonna ask. I
that's
just
what
go over
poison
and I
is.
turn the key. I turn the key.
Not
Well,
always.
then why would you roll for hand drew?
You grab the key.
This is Scotty.
It is made of charcoal.
Oh, so it's going to like cause me to. Oh,
No, you grab it. Nothing
me-
happens. I'm just seeing what the material it's made of.
The key was
Oh,
in a
okay.
hidden spot underneath the statue. It wasn't in a keyhole. It wasn't in a lock.
No. Like
oh.
if this
So
was a
there's just a
statue, if this was a statue, it was like in the bottom right here, and like River booped it like this, and you could see it.
So there's a key, but there's no keyhole. So I was just wrong completely.
There's a keyhole in the lock.
Okay.
You grab the
No, there's
key,
not.
and
Oh,
you look
okay.
over at the door where Passed Up Prism's at, and there's no keyhole on the key door. And you look over at the chest, and you see that the lock has a keyhole on it. And you look at the key, and you look at the camera.
Cusco's poison.
And you eat it.
And I didn't.
Oh, son of a bitch. I get. Wow.
Roll me an insight, Perry.
Fucking hell.
Prism
for-
got it, but Prism's dying.
Oh, no. I'm
Insight.
stable. Can I take my free action to fucking
no,
talk?
No,
you-
you're
you can't.
incapacitated. You can't do
You
anything.
can't.
You're stable, but not conscious.
Oh, shit.
It's straight 17. Tell me what the hell is happening right now.
You grab this key thinking it's for the door, and you realize it was for the chest that you guys spent all that time trying to pick.
I mean, I didn't spend much time picking it. Break the
Oh,
door
so it's
down.
for nothing. It's nothing.
Oh, my.
Okay. Then I'm gonna.
I'm sorry. I'll mute.
You're essentially a ghosted Among Us right now. You'll be back
Is that
later.
so?
Like,
Cat?
I'm panicking. So I'm panicking, and it wasn't an action to pick up the key, right?
It's okay, Prism. It's not okay, but it's okay. It was an
It's
action.
not-
It was an
it
action to interact with the object. Yeah.
No.
It's a free
But
action. Your first interaction with an object is free, Scotty.
Okay.
Picking
I'll
up an
give it-
object
I'll give
is
it.
free
You guys
action.
are in a big shit show. You have it.
All right.
You still have your action.
Well-
You moved 5 feet to get to it.
I feel like Perry right now because I'm looking at this key and I'm like, I don't know what the. Do I go over to the lock and I undo it? I'm just panicking. So I'm just gonna be like, oh, so I don't know what to do with this key, and I'm gonna take the big thing that.
Okay.
I mean, panicking can be considered an action if you want.
You're not going to let me say anything, are you, Scotty?
You can't. You're dead. Dying. 0 HP.
Well, no,
Got it.
the reason I ask is because this would be conversation between players, not something that comes out of my character's mouth. But at the same time, you know exactly what I'm going to say and what it would do.
Break the fucking door.
So I'm
Just
I'm
Liliana
torn.
say that.
Liliana literally just says, just smash the door.
Because you are
I mean,
like
it's not
choking on
gonna
the
take
gas.
one.
Don't do
It's
that,
great.
you know.
You know, rage, ram the door.
Okay, real quick, Scotty. I'm sorry, I'm probably out of time. But do that freaking thing that Patience had, the big black hole. Can I put it over top of the statue?
This will take your action. Do you want to try that?
Yes, I'm going to try that because my friends are choking on smoke and I'm a dumbass.
Hey, Scotty,
Roll me an intelligence check, Perry, before you do it. Yes.
do we still have the godly duck that we can pray to in particular moments that we fucking need it?
Yeah, Perry, do you want to pray to the duck god?
Yeah.
No,
all right.
I want to
praise
pray to the
duck.
duck god.
Okay, Perry.
I
or
prayed.
Prism. Jesus Christ. So many names with P's. Prism. 1 and 2 first. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, it's fine. I was gonna say, can I pray to have Prism talk to me through death or something? I don't know. Just go, Saege. Tell me what the.
I have to make sure I can say this
Go ahead.
considering.
You're
I can
essentially
say it, or am
Kingdom
I
Hearts
asking for the
Void,
trick?
where you're like floating in blackness, where you're unconscious.
So I can say it without a problem?
Sure.
Jesus, thank you. Use the key on the fucking lock that we picked to stop the poison. because you just found the key under the poison statue after picking the lock that wasn't open properly.
Elena's synapsis telepathic connection that you guys have
Was
somehow
never used
through
on
Prism's
Perry.
subconsciousness went through Elena and then went to Perry.
Gotcha.
And had
That's
an
the duck.
aneurysm.
That's the duck.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I thought it was more complicated than that. Perry says, and then she walks over and she puts the key in the hole.
There's no key. There's
In the lock
In the
that
lock.
we had on the chest, there better be a keyhole there because you just said that's what the
You
key
just
was.
said that there was.
on the chest.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I'm saying to use the key on.
Okay, you do that.
I can see the pain.
Is that
It
not what
fits
we're supposed
It
to
fits
do?
perfectly as I need a con save.
So she can't turn it.
No,
Why
it's
did
more.
you tell me to do that?
It's more that Scott. That's not the solution to the problem.
Oh, it's not the solution. Oh,
No, the whole thing was if we were supposed to
It's
Imagine
like
it's a
resetting a
mimic.
damn car alarm.
Maybe we didn't. Maybe I was right. Our intelligence is just down together.
Is this seriously going to TPK you guys?
probably.
If it does, I'm going to
It's a
laugh. at
trap
this
on a
point.
D&D with a simple solution.
I mean,
It's gonna kill him.
considering your first hit did 11 damage, and then after that you haven't gotten under 11.
When you say 11, you mean 22 for me?
Well, no, 11 damage to me was the first round.
That was
Oh.
averaged halved because you made the save.
Yeah.
Can I use my inspiration to say I didn't do that and then put the thing over top of the statue so we don't die? And then roll an intelligence check, which I got an 18 on. Can I put the thing over top of the
You,
statue?
you remember when your dad used it? It was always on a flat surface, and a statue's not a flat surface.
Oh my god.
This is beautiful
I
chaos.
grab up Andrew and I stick the end of him into where the smoke is coming out of the
He's
thing.
he's like a spider freaking out. Like he's like, no, what are you doing now? Roll me
It's
a
not
strength
hurting him,
check.
right? Like,
Roll me a
Okay,
strength
hang
check
on.
as you try to
Real
jam him
quick.
into the statue.
this isn't going to hurt Andrew. Like, is this going to, it wasn't hurting him because he can't breathe, right?
The smoke isn't. The poison isn't now.
Okay. All right.
That's all
cool.
Callie needs to
Strength?
know.
Yes.
There's a very legal point in that sentence that Scott is.
19.
You jam Andrew into the mouth of the Drugar lady's head.
No,
the
I
statue.
put him like very calmly. I say, Andrew, you're going to just stay here for a minute. And then I jam him very nicely into the mouth.
It's a hand and it's a mouth, like it's invented, like you just
Yeah, it's just like topping the mouth and
It's
like
just
pushing the.
all I can picture is the
Shove the stump of his
JoJo's
arm into it.
Andrew attempts something.
I was just
Please save us.
Nothing's working as he attempts to try to stop the gas from coming through, and it's no
Yes,
avail.
please.
And con save for
So
Perry.
do I say? Oh, come the freak on! We're gonna literally die.
Probably.
We're gonna have to roll new characters, and the next week we're gonna be staring down a mech
mean-
dragon.
Con,
Yes.
it's a 25.
All right.
We are toddlers.
14 poison
can't-
damage.
Okay, I'm still up. Barely.
Oh, it's your turn.
Please bust down the door.
Is that the sound of Centaur panicking?
I will. So, something like, I don't know, just out of my mind. Can I hold my breath?
You attempt to hold your breath, and it doesn't seem to help.
Okay.
It's like getting in your eyes and stuff, and through your skin.
Okay. Then I will try to break the door as much as I can before I faint, which will be right now.
All right. You run. You can charge it and everything. Go
Yeah, I
ahead.
will do the whole thing because like it's not like I will do anything else in the next turn. I charge at the door and I attack with my hooves and probably get a natural 20 because that's what I've been doing this whole time.
Remember, you have that advantage. You might want to save it for death saves, but still.
That's what's gonna be, yeah. Okay, hooves 19.
Okay. You don't need to worry about the different damage types, so you might as well roll all of your attacks, and then we'll do damage.
Okay, then let's do that. Well, I have different damages also, so 7 now. 7 damage, and
Okay.
then
Boom.
attack with the longsword.
Mm-hmm.
$25, and then the second attack. It's a 12, and then
Bam.
action surge, the third attack.
Okay.
It's a natural 20 for the 27,
Okay.
and then the
Natural
fourth
20,
attack.
right?
Yes.
Roll me the D100.
Okay, the fourth attack is a 15, and the D100. The D100. It's an 18.
Okay. Since this thing can't really move, it doesn't do anything extra, but it's still crit damage.
Okay, so it's 24
Valgg starts
base damage.
sundering the crap out of these big stone double doors as much as he can while conscious. Bits of stone starts chipping away. Not as much as you would hope. It seems resistant to all your damage.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, because I have to do math. Give me a second.
It's okay.
So it's 52 total after the set. So 52, 59 total damage with the hooves and everything.
Okay. Valgg just freaks the fuck out at the door, essentially, is what I'm imagining.
Both fucking ham sandwich.
And the door crumbles under Valgg's might,
Hell yeah.
and the door's gone.
Oh, thank God.
You don't see
It's
any
going-
kind of locks or anything
Oh, thank Valgg.
from what's left of the door. Valgg. It looks like you could have opened the door.
Okay.
We literally could have just pushed the door. Oh my God.
I was gonna make it a joke.
Imagine
Where
it's
you
like
guys are gonna
a-
be like, "Oh no, we can't open the door." No, it's supposed to be you can pull the door open.
It's a pull, not a push. Damn it.
Oh my God.
We're fucking
Picking-
idiots.
Yeah.
You're still in the
Oh.
room though, Valgg, so I need a con save.
Yeah, I
Are we,
get it.
are we still on initiative?
Yes, because you guys are in the
Great.
gas.
25.
Okay. Take 10 poison damage. Are you still up?
Yes, I look like a 4.
Okay. Okay, then after you, it is Elena's turn. As the gas starts spilling out of the room a bit.
I'm going to grab Prism and I'm going to just bolt out of the room.
Okay, you move
Just
at
like
half
as far
speed,
enough-
but when you dash, it's just the normal move.
Yeah. Bonus action dash and then actual action, unless picking up Prism is my actual action.
It definitely would be.
It would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just dash as a bonus action and just get the heck out as far as away as I can
Okay,
from the
you
room.
Just get to the hallway, since your movement
All right.
is 30 normally, right?
Yeah, my move is 30 normally.
Yeah, and each one of
I
those
believe.
squares is 10. So you
Mhm.
you get through the war room X4 and you end up in the hallway as you can finally be able to start being able to breathe again and see again. Like everything was starting to become a blur for blacking out and
Yeah.
stuff.
Shit was literally going sideways. Does Prism look okay? Like she's still spared?
She's
still
breathing.
dying.
You can see her breathing, but she's not
Okay,
conscious.
good. But she's not making gonna have to be making death saves on her next turn or anything.
Doesn't seem that way, no.
Oh, thank God.
And that's your turn.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Elena is just would I be too far away for anybody to hear me?
No, you're only 30 feet away.
Okay, so if I shout it out to the group, well they know what to do. They're gonna run on their turns.
No, let's stay inside. It smells nice.
Like,
No, I'm gonna
no.
die because you told me to not to.
Right.
Yes,
But yeah,
fine.
she's going to now she's going to that's all I can really do. I've used my action, my bonus action, and my movement. It's going to just take a few deep breaths in and just be like, I was about to die because we didn't know to pull the doors open. Why did I ever leave water deep? And just sort of just falls back and just flat on the floor and just pondering the ceiling. That's it.
You're not sure if you're hallucinating or something, but you swear you can smell food in the hallway. As we go to Liliana's turn.
Is it? Oh yeah. Is anyone else unconscious right now? Is my first question.
I don't think so. But Valgg is pretty damn close.
Valgg, I don't think Liliana is gonna be able to fucking move Valgg. So
Valgg can move himself
exactly.
pretty damn well.
So Liliana is gonna just dip out of there.
Do you go to where Elena's at, or do you just keep going?
I'm gonna go to Elena. Best to just
Okay.
group up.
Okay, you're out. Prism doesn't need to do anything, so they're good. River, you're running out, right?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just take a stroll out of this room.
Everybody else is going to run out, right? Okay.
Yes.
Ending initiative.
I grab
you
wait,
all-
I grab Andrew. I grab Andrew out of the thing. I take Andrew with me.
Okay. Well, then I'll end initiative as you all get out there and you're like catching your breaths and probably leaning against the wall and stuff. And quite a few you look quite green, and you can see like it's like greenish soot, and depending on the lighting, it has like a purplish hue as well. Whatever this poison. And it's still spewing out. But you notice it like settles almost like a fog in that room. And it's going into the war room and it's like settling there. I assume you guys closed the double doors to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't seem to see through.
Is Prism back?
Prism is currently unconscious. And I'll have
No,
Prism
no, I
roll me
mean
a
back in
D4.
chat.
Yeah, I'm back.
Prism, can
Cure
you roll me a-
wounds.
Oh, never mind. Okay. How much do
So
you
since she is completely down to 0, and with my feats abilities, she'll get the full heal of 12.
Oh, that's nice. Prism, you awake on stone hard cold floor. Your lungs were burning, but you can feel almost like a minty soothing to the back of your throat as the magic healing kicks in. And as your vision seems to unblur and focus again, you can see Elena is holding you.
Yeah, Elena is just literally got you just like held. She's like holding you, but she's still like on the floor flat looking up at the ceiling.
And you probably would see
So you're
Rivers
looking-
casting healing.
Yeah, and you're like on top of her looking at the ceiling too, looking up at River.
Okay, I'd go to get up.
Sound off. Who's
Gently.
still alive?
I'm okay.
I don't think anyone who's dead is gonna be able to respond to you.
That's
Okay,
kind of
who's
the
near
point to
death?
know.
Everybody.
I think it's probably Valgg is the worst of us.
Yes.
Do you have any potions?
Nope.
Come on, I'm fine, and I will slide like against the wall and then fall.
Who's still got those scrolls? Was there a healing scroll?
You look at Prism, who still has that leather scroll poking out of their back. That was the
No,
only
the
scroll.
scrolls from the upside down chest from the spider.
Those weren't scrolls. Those were bottles of resistance.
Were one of them
If you
poison
want-
resistance?
None of them were poison
Oh my
resistance.
god, okay.
Mhm.
Frost Force. There's 2 more,
Yeah,
but I don't think
it
any of
was
them are
frost,
poison.
fire, lightning,
Yeah.
something like that. Okay, so what do you guys do now? That you're out.
Elena's still on the floor, just says, she just looks up and just goes, okay, how will we not go back in there? And how will we just go kill the asshole who's responsible for this place?
I'll heal up for 26 as a upcast level 3 healing word.
I look pretty well now.
Anyone
I
below
think
20.
high.
Yeah,
What are you at?
14 of 43.
12.
Okay.
Well, 12
Also
of
at
20.
14.
I was gonna say we might want to take a short rest here.
Yeah, we're gonna take a short rest and heal up.
Hmm. I'm 32 of 48. I'm okay with us taking like a brief rest.
Where do you take your?
In
Oh,
their
very
room.
good.
In the
In the
room.
barracks.
Let's go back to the barracks, yeah.
Oh, there was a nice king size bed in there. All right, you head into the barracks. Do you guys do anything to the barracks before you guys take your rest, or do you?
I mean, we're taking a short rest, so it's not like we have to fortify or keep watch.
There were double
Cool.
doors, so
Yeah, probably just close the double doors just to be safe.
Where's the place where they were playing cards?
it was the very middle room, on like the westernmost room. On the map,
Is
you
it-
know, there's like 5 of them on the west wall,
Mm.
the very middle one.
Elena is going to clear off that table and just start setting up some stuff.
It is a
And-
stone table.
She's gonna just take something out of her pack and just start setting it out. And then when she's finished, everybody sees that it's a very, very nice, very ornate, and just really well crafted dragon chess set. She just puts her elbows up on the table and rests her chin on her hands. Just goes, "Who wants to play? Pass the time a little bit while we get our lungs cleared and feel like we're not dying."
That doesn't work for a short rest, does it?
Yes, it does.
It's light activity.
Light
yeah.
activity. Short rest, you can do light activity as long as you're not traveling.
Got it.
It's the same with a long rest, except you have to sleep for 6 hours of
6
it.
hours at least. Yeah. Except you are a race that doesn't do that.
Yeah, unless you're
Well,
an
yeah.
elf.
Or a
I am
Warforged.
half. Yeah, or Warforged. Or Reborn, I think. But yeah, who wants to play some dragon chess?
I guess Liliana will. She'll wait to see if anyone else wants to, and then once no one says anything, she'll just take a seat.
All right. We'll just start playing a few rounds of dragon chess. It's like, so you got on the ship. Did you ever think that you'd be back here going through the mountains, like dying because we don't know the difference between pull and push?
She'll pause for a moment. It tracks.
Fair. Yeah. Just wish we were. I just kind of feel like if we were with the old group, that maybe we would have done something even stupider.
I'm sure someone would try to put their mouth on the nozzle.
Probably, yeah. Or shove somebody else's mouth onto it.
I mean, Perry did kind of do something like that. She did shove Andrew into it.
Yeah, it's like Andrew looking very like traumatized or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
speaking
hand
of that,
Andrew.
I'm just like apologizing to my best friend Andrew, my best friend in the world who would never do me wrong.
You notice one of his
It's very
fingers
true.
is bent in a 90-degree angle from where you forced him into the mount.
Oh
No, I
no.
forced the end of him into the mouth.
The stump.
I said
The
that.
stump.
I forced the stump into the mouth. I said that. I did.
Why is that better though?
Swelled up like a hand balloon.
I'm sorry, Andrew. I was panicking. You know me when I panic.
You just try to put things in holes.
Yeah.
You notice that when his
It
fingers
wouldn't be the
bent that
first
way,
time.
and he just like gets away from you, and he like goes to the floor, and you're not sure what he's doing. He seems to kind of like trying to jump and hit himself on the floor. And you're not exactly sure what's going on until you hear a snap, and his finger relocates as he falls in the right
Could
way.
have done that. I'm so sorry.
He says
Give you a hand massage.
he signs. I'm gonna tell on you.
He's signing using
This
Thieves'
is no,
Cant,
right?
aka does Liliana get that?
If you have Thieves' Cant, you would get the message. You probably don't know the sign.
Liliana
specifically,
just
but-
starts cackling at that.
I'm sorry. Don't tell mom. You know she's gonna be so mad at me.
Elena
can't
just
believe you've done
chuckles
this.
a little bit and just grins and just shakes her head. Looks back to Liana. This feels like old days.
That it does.
She
But
would
better.
moves another piece. I can tell you, I wouldn't have got any of this if I'd stuck around back home. Clink. But what can you do?
Who's on first one?
I mean, what do you mean first watch? We're only down for a short rest, Scotty.
So you're all on watch.
Yeah, it's only an hour.
Yeah, we're all like on watch.
Besides playing cards and trying to
Playing chess.
apologize to the or chess and trying to apologize to Undead Hand, do you guys do anything else during your rest?
Yes. I want to play with Andrew with like some paper and do some origami with him.
Does holding a cantrip break the short rest?
Technically, no.
Then I'd just be sitting, watching the door with a pistol aimed at the door.
I was about to say it's just an action to fire. So
It's like as soon as that door opens, someone would get it in the face.
Patience opens it. Hey, go! Oh, God!
Sorry, not sorry.
Don't bully my dad.
Why? It's funny. Admit it,
Only
it's
I'm
funny, Cal.
allowed to do that.
Guys, I couldn't find the dragon.
let me double check.
No. I'm scared.
You
I
should
want
be.
my boy. No.
He's never gonna forgive you.
No. I'm telling on you. It's like a freaking like when you hurt your sibling, you're like, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, shut up. I'm sorry.
Broke your little brother's fingers. Like,
Callie, how do you roll hit dice? Where's the hit dice thing on here? Or is it just whatever you hit short rest?
You can roll as
You hit
many of
short
your
rest.
hit dice as you want, but you roll them one at a time.
But like on D&D Beyond, how do you do that? Or
Oh,
is
you
that
hit
short
short
rest?
rest and then it'll pop up like the boxes, and then if you hit the
Yeah.
boxes, it'll roll for you.
It will say like heal the amount you've selected automatically. So
Yeah, just keep in mind you only get half of your total hit dice back every long rest. So
Okay.
you can take a lot of short rests, but you know, you use all of your hit dice in the first rest, then you don't really benefit from it.
Right. So I hit take short rest and it didn't apply the dice to it.
Did you
How many dice did you
Hang
want to
on.
use?
I was just gonna roll. I think I was only gonna do 2.
I used 4.
Okay, I will see if I can do that on your character sheet.
if
Yeah,
you
'cause it
if you
said-
hit short rest and then like hit
Yeah.
the boxes, does a thing pop up underneath the boxes that's like 2d12 or something?
I
If you
don't
hit,
think so.
if you hit, it doesn't.
It should.
It does for
let
me.
Let me send you the picture. Yeah, you have like your class name,
Oh,
and then
you
there's
have
like,
to click it. Okay, because
Yeah, you
you
have to
click as
click
many,
it.
and then you can roll them. It will pop up something to roll them, and then you can like take the amount you've won. It does
Okay.
it automatically.
That's actually new. New for me anyway. I don't remember it being there.
It is a newer thing.
I remember
sec.
the tick boxes for the hit dice
Yeah.
with the short rests and whatnot, but not the being able to roll it. So that's nice.
Yeah.
All right. So you all take your short rest. And your joints probably are still aching. Your minds are foggy. Palms sweaty, mom's spaghetti. And the bodies are starting to stink a little bit.
Eh,
Mostly because they might have defeated them.
that's shitty of them.
It was rude. They didn't get a choice.
Yeah, they did. They could have not tried to kill us.
should we roll for like the result of the dragon chess game?
Sure. Who's all playing?
Me and just me and Elena.
Oh, Andrew would want to play.
Okay.
He actually looks
Let's-
very interested. After the
let's-
origami, of course.
Right. So what role would that be for this?
This would be intelligence, and if you're proficient with that kind of game, you get
Mhm.
the proficiency bonus.
Okay.
Can Andrew like have like a little origami hat right now?
Yes.
Oh my god, he's a paper hat boy just like his
Oh
dad.
my god, he's a paper
Yes.
hat boy. Like
Valgg, do you want to be the one that makes the hat for him, or should Andrew make it?
What's that role?
I'm just gonna say it's a dex roll.
Not performance.
Then
'Cause it's
totally
like
like
sleight of
Andrew's
hand,
doing it.
'cause it's your
Andrew's doing it. Yeah.
okay. He does have disadvantage because he's trying to do origami one-handed.
Okay, yeah, help.
Okay, that negates it. The first dice was still better than the second one anyway, so that works.
So it
out.
just
It's-
it would just be
it looks like someone's first time making an origami hat, but you know what it is.
so it's just a straight intelligence roll.
Unless you have the dragon chess board.
Proficiency.
I
Yes.
do.
Then you add your proficiency bonus on top.
Plus
Okay.
3.
Alrighty.
Found my marker.
Wrong button. Intelligence. I'd say 13 for the first game.
Okay, Liliana pulls out anime glasses and like straightens the bridge. As Liliana helps you.
Nice. Elena just smirks and just goes, still got it. I guess I'm getting rusty at this.
Andrew's like trying to get you out of the way. So, like,
Try to get who out of the way?
Elena.
Elena. Oof.
Me?
Loser passes, I guess.
Yeah. Elena just like, fine. Just offers a hand to like lift him up and set him on there, like thing from the Addams Family.
You do that, and he
Oh,
just
this is-
floats into the air and then goes onto the table.
And just like,
You can't. You
fair
don't
enough.
have to be a show off. You can just take somebody's. Listen.
He shows you a
Elena
certain
just-
finger
Also, this.
that might be offensive.
Elena just smiles and just chuckles a little bit at the finger and then walks over to Perry and just pats her on the shoulder and just goes, it's all right. It's all right. I'm used to a lot of show offs. I run with a lot of them. Just sits back and just watches the match.
All right.
This is not going to be good.
What did Liliana get for the second one?
I got a 17.
Okay. So you go against Andrew. And Andrew, at first, is doing really good against you. In the sense of, like, he's playing very defensive. And he seems to be more of trying to read how you play. And you guys go back and forth a bit. And it gets really close. Where by the end of the game, each of you have, like, maybe 2 or 3 pieces left. And you end up winning in the end. He got 1 less than you.
Oh man.
Oh man.
He rolled really low, by the way.
Elena
So you're
watches
thinking he
this.
underestimated you, and it bit him in the ass later.
Elena's been watching just
He offers
entranced
it.
the
He
whole
offers
time.
it
Liliana
for
will
the
take
good
the
game
handshake.
handshake.
Liliana will take it. Give him a shake.
After that, he takes a coin from your purse, and he goes back over to Perry, and he signs sorry, and he goes back at her.
Sorry for what? That was no. I mean,
He signs me doing
Fine.
this, and he signs the finger again.
What kind of coin did he take from me, Scotty?
I'm gonna roll to see how well he does. A silver. I know.
That's unfortunate for Handrew, because either Handrew's getting copper or gold.
Oh, then I guess a gold.
All right.
He rolled a 13 on the dice, not including modifiers.
All right, I'll remove a gold. So I have 9 gold and 8 copper.
Harry, add 1 gold.
It's fine. I'll just steal
Okay.
it back.
He doesn't
Remember,
have
I
any
have like
pockets.
5,000 gold in gems on me.
Yeah, we have a lot of money. We just don't have
my
it personally.
he gave me 1 gold, right?
Yes.
Now I have exactly 100 gold in my bag.
Nice.
Yeah. Good thanks, Andrew.
Hand pops out, thumbs out, goes back in.
He's a good boy.
Liliana would see him peek out of the backpack. Harry doesn't have high enough passive perception. And he signs, nope.
He signs no what?
She said he's a good boy. And he's like, nope.
Liliana will kind of chuckle at that.
Elena will go back and have you had enough time to recover?
Yeah, this is the short rest, yeah.
Okay. If we're ending the short rest, she'll pack up the set and then just look at just one piece in particular and just for a brief moment and then just shove it back in and just put it back in the backpack.
You hear outside. You guys heard outside like about 10 minutes before your break ended. Some Drugar talking. But they did not head in the direction of the room you're in. But it was definitely someone, like a group of Drugar talking in the hallway, and they were heading away from doors.
Could I catch any of that?
You were in the opposite. You were in the opposite side in one of the dorm areas. So, not really.
Okay.
You hear like laughter, actually.
All right. Nina just stands up, gets herself back together, and just goes, "All right, let's head back
Let's get
into
to
it." Stealthing. Gonna go out and just stealthing scout.
Okay.
Hey, 23. Back out into the hallway.
Anyone else?
Liliana will, just because I'm a rogue. $17, $21, $22.
All right. I assume both of you are going as a pair. Not
Yeah, we're going as a
separately
duo.
Scouting. Okay. So you all head out. You pass through the entryway that's now closed. You guys didn't close it, so you don't know how it closed. The X2, X1 area. And you keep going, and you get to that fork in the road that goes back to the war room to your left, or that one room with a bunch of gears and stuff to the right, next 6. And then there's a longer hallway. Just keep going. You can see it eventually ends at a certain point. But you can't. It's dark. Never mind. Even with dark vision, you wouldn't be able to see that far. So which way do you guys want to go?
I'll let you choose, Elena.
Let's see. Let's maybe check out a couple of the other rooms here. Just peek in and see what's up. Not really try and disturb anything, but then double back to wherever what looks like the forge stuff is at, like the chains and the dangling shit. Let's go just make a loop around the hallway and then head back to the group.
All right. As you go down the hallway, you see, I guess the first thing immediately to your left, that double door that goes to X8. You can smell that food in there, but it's even more of smell than before. You definitely know it wasn't some weird hallucination from the poison before. And you can hear some Drugar talking in there. And they're talking about cooking specific foods. And then one of them talking about how talking about Zardorok. Some guy named Zardorok.
That's not the guy who runs it. The guy who runs it is Zadok, right? Oh.
Yeah, it is. They're the same. I just pronounce it horribly.
All right.
Dinner, they didn't invite us.
Elena just looks over to Liana and just does Thieves Can't Signs kitchen. How many people sound like they were in there? Zardrock. Okay.
Roll me a perception since you're listening in a bit.
Perception.
Can I also roll perception,
Yeah,
or?
sure.
All right.
17.
19, 21, 23.
All right. Both of you think there's probably around 4 of them. One of them has a bit of a different accent than the others. Since Elena knows Dwarven, it sounds like the equivalent. I think each race, I'm trying to remember, but I know there used to be a High Draconic and Low Draconic. And Low Draconic was kind of like Kobold speech, and High Draconic was like actual dragon.
Yeah, Kobold dialect is Yip Yak.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon.
So they're speaking High Dwarven. So like noblemen, like proper.
Let's see.
Real Dwarven.
Well, that's saying something because there's such a dwarves are such a orderly race already. So they're already very strict on grammar. So
I did suggest a bit of a distraction to go in there.
I guess Japanese is the same way. They do have like the lower version, and there's like the proper.
And like in like 40K, there's like High Gothic and Low Gothic.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of systems I think do. So it's High Dwarven. You're hearing there.
Yeah, we're just we're just sneaking ahead of you guys. Nothing just yet. We're scouting out.
To your right from that door, you can see a portcullis, and you can see an iron lever for the portcullis. And there is like a stone lever right next to it, so you assume the lever's to open. But you guys said you weren't doing anything yet, so you can keep going.
Yeah.
Then you eventually get to the spot where there's 3 different ways you can go. So either right, straight, or left. And we'll start with the left one as a double door. And with your passive perception, you don't really hear much in there or sense anything. Up ahead, same kind of deal.
Right.
And to the right, also silence.
Okay. Lena's just gonna assign to Liana which magic prize we going for first.
She'll just sign back kitchen first.
Nothing at none of these three.
Best to take care of them first, and then
Fair enough.
Oh, I should mention.
Wanna get the
you
others?
can see past the portcullis. You can see that there's like a wide shaft hallway that seems to descend downwards, and you can see like a red glow at the very bottom that is coming up.
Just gonna sign. Should we get the others or just you and me?
sorry, what was that? Can you repeat that?
She signed back. Should we get the others for the kitchen or just you and me do it?
Others, just in case.
Got it. Okay. Just gonna head back to the group and relay what we've found out.
You all probably are doing quite a bit of coughing and stuff. That near-death experience.
Yeah, she's like, okay, sorry. Okay, so we've got 4 assholes in the kitchen and 3 other places we haven't checked out, but we figured it's best to get rid of them first before we take a look, in case, again, we hit another trap. Surprised that they weren't set off by that one in there. What do you think?
Where's the kitchenette?
It's just down the hall to the left. Let's figure we should all just go in together just in case. Also, weird enough, one of them speaking High Dwarvish. They all were. Okay, they're all speaking High Dwarvish, so that's just odd. A lot of these guys have been grunts until now. I wonder if there's any like bigwigs here or something. We're told there's only one guy, was Zardarok. So who are the other people, I wonder? Maybe he's got guests?
Sure, but I have an idea.
What you got?
Let's go stack up by the door first.
Mm-hmm.
As I head down that way.
All right. Elena's gonna just follow afterwards, just quietly.
Okay. I want to fill in Valgg because Valgg had to be away for a second.
Right. Yeah. Valgg / duties. There's 4 guys in the kitchen. We're going to head that way and just prepare to take care of them. River wants to try something though. There's also another spot that looks like it leads further down into the mountain.
Like you're saying that telepathically, or we are there?
Telepathically, I believe, because I've got you
Okay.
and 2 other people via telepathy. I think it's Perry and River.
Yeah, you got those 3.
Yeah.
Because you and I can converse without talking. And Prism
Right.
refused
So
to get it.
you're going to the kitchen.
Yeah. River might be going in. We're gonna be back up just in case. We're just gonna be waiting outside the door, all of us.
Now I think about it,
But why though?
it's probably around lunchtime for you guys in your internal.
And hey, when we're finished, we might as well see if there's anything we can eat.
Or like, do we need to kill the people in the kitchen?
I'm not sure really. We
Like
might-
for the master plan dragon thing?
Probably not, but it wouldn't hurt to get the lay of the land first. See what may all be waiting for us underneath. We couldn't interrogate somebody.
I mean, that's fair. Like, I would hate to be like fighting the big bad dwarf and then a bunch of like cooks come and hit me from the back. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. And it's like, besides, if these are like nobility, then she flares sort of her psychic blades in her hands and just goes, I find that the soft hands like that tend to be a little more pliable than people who actually are willing to get their hands dirty. One's more likely to talk.
Just don't steal food because I still have like 27 rations.
Fine. Right, let's head over there.
Are we
We
waiting
can
at the
say
door?
during your short rest, you guys could have ate if you want.
All right. Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Let's head over to the door and just wait to see what River's doing and if River wants anybody to come in with him.
We
I'm
just
gonna have my
cut to the door.
I'm gonna have my zombie just walk straight into the door and go straight against the back wall in there.
I forgot you had a zombie who's also completely unaffected by the poison.
So he's just walking against
You
the
know what?
wall,
You know what?
like in a video game
Revolves
NPC.
River, the zombie was still in that room, and you took your short rest with it being in the room, and you guys go back, and the gas is stopped, and it's not around anymore, and your zombie's just still standing in that room as you get it back.
Basically, I just want it to walk straight in and go like into the corner of the room. Just get their attention.
Okay. So the zombie opens the door, and as it does, you hear like wooden, like metals. No, not metal. Actually, yeah, they would be metal things dropping, and you hear like a bloop noise, and then Drugar saying something like, "Ah, what's that? It's not one of the spore service." Well, and then you hear the other one go, must have wandered from downstairs. Don't worry about it. It's not interfering with the meal. As you wish. Great.
I'm gonna have communicate with him to start a ruckus.
The zombie starts like knocking things over, and you hear a sigh, and then I need a charisma save for the. Actually, wisdom. Wisdom.
Ugh. 12.
All right, your zombie gets turned into a rat and falls to the ground, and you hear the lady say, "Why don't you take that back down?" And he's like, and then one of the Drugar, except you're zombie, you're not longer zombie, but a rat regardless, and starts to walk towards the door that's open, ajar, just ajar enough for the zombie. What are the rest of you doing? There's nowhere really to hide.
Liliana's just gonna kind
He's
of
just like,
look
"Come
at River.
here, you stupid thing." Just like grabs him by the tail.
Elena's gonna look at River, then look at Liliana and just sign to Liliana. Think we should talk.
Well, telepathically, I'm going to tell everyone who's connected. It looks like we got a spellcaster in there.
That's why Elena signed said that to Liliana. Just signed it. Think we should talk.
I say, should we gank him when he walks out?
Liliana just signs back. Take care of him. We're gonna have a spellcaster when I'm done with her.
Set up for ambush.
Yeah.
All right, as he casually goes to walk out there, all of you that want to attack can attack. You would have it.
I want to actually just grab him by the neck and just have like put my fingers to his head.
It's still attack, so it's a grapple.
Okay, so
You have advantage.
just what do I do? So what do I do with it? What is that?
That's no, it's athletics.
Oh.
Strength athletics roll versus his acrobatics for athletics.
Okay. My strength, my acrobatics, my athletics is shit. So is it just athletics, or can I pick to do acrobatics?
It's just athletics. You can evade using acrobatics.
Yeah, you can't use Dex to get a grapple, but you can to try to escape.
That would make Dex even more of a broken stat if you could grapple with Dex as
That's
well.
fair. Let's just hope this does roll well.
And
nope.
Okay.
Nope. Don't even need to say it. I'm not single digit 5.
Okay.
I'm terrible at this.
As you go,
I'm a Dex fighter.
As you go to get him, he seems to react pretty quickly. You notice that the armor he's wearing actually looks like it's still Dwarven craft, but it does not look the same as the other Dwarven's armor that you've seen around here. It seems a little bit more fancy, a bit of ornate embroidery into it. And as you go to grab him and you like put him against the wall, we'll say, he immediately like shifts your weight against you as you were pushing him to the wall, and he moves you back around, and he's actually attempting to grapple you as he says in Dwarven, "We have intruders!" And then you hear the lady go, "Wait! Let them in." And he like shoves you off.
I was gonna say, after that happens, Liliana's full on just bum rushing the caster.
Hand up to the lady, just like hold it.
Oh. He casually tosses the rat past through the bars in the portcullis. As the rat goes down the slope.
And it just nods and just and so then Doris, sorry about that.
Inside, you can see three. I never say it right.
Braziers.
Braziers, thank you. 3 braziers.
3 braziers.
With glowing hot coals that illuminate and heat this long hall, this dining hall. At the eastern end is a hexagonal stone table surrounded by 6 stone chairs. Seated in the chair facing the door is a haggard old Drugar with long black hair streaked with ribbons of white and fingernails like shards of iron. Let me get it. I like their description better than the picture. That's usually what happens. It's my cat. They're freaking out in the back.
Oh.
Right. She is devouring a hearty buffet of cooked meats, mushrooms, and strange underdark fare. Lurking next to her is a small mechanical dragon made of a shiny black stone. Hunched over the hot stove on the west side of the room, 2 Drugar cooks. At the sight of you, they look like they were going to reach their weapons, but since she told them to stop in Dwarvish, they just seem hesitant. Like they just stopped their cooking and stuff. And just look at you all. And she just continues eating her meal. She doesn't even look at the guys.
It is just like, apologies for the messy bit of business with your associate. We really didn't know what to expect, but
the little
here we
mechanical
are, I suppose.
dragon is just looking right at you and unmoving.
Right.
What your business here is none of my business. I'm not here to get in the way of anyone who would be getting in Zardrock's plot, getting in the way of that. So I thought I might as well have some guests here while I'm having this meal. You're more than welcome to have some.
Insight on that?
Yeah, you can roll it. I hope that this is to your commoner palate.
That is a 24, and as soon as she says that, Elena just smirks. And
She
says,
sees you do the wry, like squint eye, like doubt thing, and she's like, "Oh, it's not poison. How would I poison myself?"
I wasn't trying to see if she's poisoning it. I was trying to gauge if she's being honest about not wanting to get in the way of anybody trying to foil Zardrock.
She has been giving you no sign of anything but that. From body language to how she speaks.
And to anybody who notices, who's paying attention, her posture is a lot more stiff, I guess now. Her posture is more just like noble-ish, I guess. And she just smirks and quirks about, "Forgive me, ma'am." And she says it says this in Dwarvish, by the way. She's like, "Forgive me, but the poison was the least of my concern."
I am not ma'am.
I said ma'am.
Great.
Ma'am.
Yeah.
I said ma'am.
I am not. I appreciate your attempt at Dwarven, but I am not a man. I am Great Dame Randolpha Musgard of Clan
Great.
Musgard.
Out of character. Great Dane
Dame.
or Dame? Dame.
Dame.
Dame. Okay, Dame. Wait. Might be great. Might be Dom. Grand
She
Dom.
says Dame.
Okay. All right. But what was her name again?
I'm putting
Dame as in like a duke and a dame.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
God damn.
Grandolpha Musgard. Okay.
Bless you.
Sorry. But yeah, Elena just nods and gives a just sort of respectful incline of the head, and, like puts a hand to her what's the part? The collar, I guess the collarbone would be the place to do the bowing thing. He just does a quick bow and just goes, "It is an honor. I am Elena Windraven at your service. These are my compatriots. I originally come from. Wait, is that you asking just everybody?
In general, I'm actually asking Scotty more. Like, has she been talking in only Dwarven, not Elena, but
She's been talking in Dwarven this whole time.
all right, good.
She says, "While my associates may come from all over, we have been in Waterdeep as of late." And when she says "we," she's referring to herself because we have been in Waterdeep and just arrived in Icewind Dale, only to find a threat of Zardrock's making assailing the town, and just figured it would be untoward of us not to offer our services to our host to resolve the matter. We apologize if this has interrupted anything you had planned with the master of the house, but we will have to be putting a stop to his machinations.
She seems to be only like a half paying attention. Like she doesn't really care, but she's not like wanting to fully show it. Like she's trying not. She's being polite. As you notice that she pulls over some of the cups that they have, and she pours some ale that she has in the cups, and like puts them over on the other sides of the table she's at, and you know, like nods to what you're saying, but also gestures for you to be able to sit down.
Right. Elena will do so, and she just sits down a little bit more properly.
What did the rest
Just
of you
like
is one of the chefs just menacingly like has the butcher knife just sharp, you know.
How much of this is in the psychotic? I was gonna say the psychic channel.
Yeah, psychically, to Elena and Valgg, are we going to take these out?
psychically, she responds, "No, this woman is being 100% honest with us. She doesn't really care if we're here or if we stop Zadok. She's here for a different reason."
I know what the reason is. And if that chef keeps looking at me, I'm going to put him down.
Fair. And Elena just turns back to Lady Grandolpha and says, "So if your business is not going to be to interfere with us, if I may be so bold, what is your business here, Grand Dame Musgard?"
Well, normally I stay in the Underdark, mass producing our clan's fine Drugar ale from mushroom. And she motions to the jug.
Just gonna sort of like inspect it, and does it look like it'll be something poisoned?
That's a tricky question because it's out.
Fair.
But from
Does it
from the insight that you got earlier, doesn't that seem like she's spiked it with any like lethal poisons besides alcohol?
Just going to take a light sip of it.
Liliana's gonna also take a seat as well,
Okay.
understanding none of the conversation that's going on because it's all in a language she does not know.
The ale is very bland, and it actually tastes a bit of soap.
Lena just ponders it a bit.
Sunblight has been eager to take in a fourth wife, and he's had an eye on me for many.
I see.
He even gave me this as a gift. This pseudo dragon. She points down at the robot pseudo dragon.
A charming little toy.
Yes, he's into that.
We've
You can tell
seen
she
this-
obviously is not feeling the same way.
Right. Do I get the sense that she's not really jazzed about the idea of being Zadrok's fourth wife?
Yeah, everyone can tell even if they don't understand.
Right. Lena just thinks in the back of her mind, Terabyte.
I'm more here for the entertainment.
What kind of entertainment would that have been?
Seeing the plan that he has for taking over you surface dwellers.
Hmm.
Seeing who would come to stop him. And seeing what would happen.
I see. So whichever outcome came to pass, you would still have a good show.
Yes. The business that happens here with Sunblight does not concern me.
I see.
Poor fool is blinded by his own love for me.
Seems blinded by his love for many things. If that large bedroom over there in the statuette was anything to go by.
Yes. It is quite comfortable.
I can imagine. We unfortunately have not had the chance to.
Keep in mind, she's like in dwarven years, in human years, she'd probably be around.
Right. But Elena just nods.
He is good at one. She takes a sip of her ale.
Callie's face. Callie's like, thank God Perry can't he understand any of this.
Elena just shrugs. He goes, I must say, if that is his talent, your talent definitely has to be your brewing. This is some very interesting brand here.
Oh, you don't need to humor me. It's just cheap.
Still, it is a rarity up here on the
Is
surface.
that a land drider? As Valgg, you notice that she's acknowledging.
I
Is
can
that a land rider? That's
I
a good one.
believe I've heard of them before. I think in the
Elena just
the
almost
tongue
just
up here, it's Centaur, because she actually says that, and you all understand that word.
Is that in Dwarven?
Everything was in
She said
Dwarven, but as she's talking about you, she's like, Gunskanda Centaur.
He's making a break for Valgg. Shooter.
No. Elena just smiles and goes, that would be a term for it. Yes, I know that the pronunciation in Elvish varies depending on gender as well.
In Elvis.
In Elvish.
What Elvish? I'm Sylvan.
And Sylvan is the root for Elvish, though.
Yeah.
It's the Latin of Elvish.
That's true.
She's like, I know it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I speak Spanish, and it's the Latin. Latin is the root for it, and it doesn't work
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And Elena's like, I believe in Elvish that they actually split the words into two different pronunciations based on gender. Actually, it's very interesting. Males are just simply Centaur, and the females are Centaurides. Silly how things change over the millennia.
Things definitely change. In some ways, they all stay the same.
That's
I don't
fair.
like this. I will say it through the psychic link.
Elena's just like, don't worry. She's making
looks over
polite
at everybody else,
conversation.
and in common, she says.
Too late. I'm worried.
In common, she says to everybody, "There's no need to be so shy. have a drink.
Elena just switches back to common and goes, yes, it was very interesting. It's a very interesting brand, as I said.
Yes.
And
He
and
says common actually pretty well.
Mhm.
Um,
Elena says to her,
it's just from common mushrooms.
Elena says, trust me, she's not here to make any trouble for us. She's just here for the show.
And this recipe has been in my family for at least a few generations.
Side note, out of character, does anybody know why Saege poofed?
Yeah, he hasn't been.
Yeah.
He told me he had to.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, Elena just like ushers for everybody to like take a seat and just humor this nice Duragar lady for just a moment.
I'm sure there's things you would like.
So you've told us why you're here, and why Zadok, why you came here. Yeah, just doing the whole swirling the wine glass
Seems
thing.
kind of pretty aloof.
Like, so you told us why you're here, and why you're with Zadok, that you're not really going to cause us any issue as we try and stop him. But do you know anything about why Zadok has been doing this? Zardrock.
What else do men want? Power. He's wanting to make his own kingdom up here, since there seems to be a never-ending night. Wanting to take that as, what do surface dwellers call it? Free real estate. She's speaking in common now.
Yeah, he just chuckles. That fair. I believe that a lot of different.
Surprised you all haven't gone after his pet project. I believe it just launched about a few hours ago.
Oh, don't worry. That's being taken care of.
Meanwhile, Patience is like, where's 10 towns? I'm stuck in a blizzard.
Mom, come pick me up.
I feel like I've made a horrible decision.
At least there's two of them, and the other one probably knows how to spot
a
it.
polar bear on 2 feet? And then it goes back to you.
Oh my god.
They can get twice as lost with two of them there.
Somewhere Serene is just like,
I don't know why, but I feel like I'm going to kick
something
Patience's
bad
ass tomorrow.
I'm gonna kill him, and then Thanos like, what are you talking about? And Serene's like, just like,
I have a feeling.
God. Okay.
I have the odd feeling that my knee-high boot is going to be all the way up his ass.
That you're going to be
That's why
wearing.
she wears a knee-high boot for protection.
She actually wears knee-high boots.
For protection. Gotta protect those calves.
Actually, that's up to Callie. I don't know what she would like now.
gosh, she's still 100% wears knee-high boots. What are you talking about?
She's upgraded to thigh-high boots.
I'll find a picture of her and put it in the chat. Literally the first picture that I have on here is Serene. Anyway.
Keep in mind, it's been like 20 some years. Okay. Maybe just a new pair of boots. Knee-high boots. And anyway, back to you guys. So, what do you mean by taking care of, if I might ask? Do you have your own mechanical machine fighting? That would be interesting.
Not exactly. We have a few allies that have been dispatched to take care of it. Well, just for a reminder, out of character, what is Patience's status? Is he like a lord of Waterdeep?
I guess he would be a nobleman. A Waterhaven noble.
Telepathically, please don't tell the enemy our battle plans.
But he's not that way by blood. It's not a generational thing. It's the, hey, I'm rich adventurer. So I bought a house in the nice area.
Right. Right.
You earned your noblehood through doing fuck all. I earned mine through blood, sweat, and money.
Yeah, they're a first generation. I guess Perry's
Mhm.
technically second generation,
Right.
though she probably doesn't want to admit that.
She's
Well,
like,
I mean, I'm not going to go into Serene's whole thing, but her parents were nobles, so
Mm.
I'm not going into it.
Lena just continues. In any case, what all can you tell us about just what might be waiting for us down there, if anything? Anything that you care to share?
Well,
For the sake of a good show, after all. I
he's
mean, can you
captured
just...
a few monsters from the Underdark. And he does
Hmm.
plan on unleashing them onto Icewind Dale. He's also captured a myconid sovereign and using it to reanimate corpses. I assume that zombie was one of them.
No. That was our friend here. Just gestures over to River.
Ixnay on the plan day.
Ooh,
Not telling.
Kobold from the surface.
Ilian just shoots telepathically. It's just a message telepathically, not telling her anything. And she's like,
Interesting
side note,
What
what
is
I-
it, by the way, River? The skull? I'm trying to remember.
It's like a raptor.
Is that one of those thunder lizards?
Found it at a dig site a while back.
So you're familiar with?
Quite adept at it, yes. I'm an archaeologist after all.
An archaeologist and fighting Drugar. Think you would be wanting to do business deals?
They didn't have a good price that I wanted.
Zadok's men need to work on their sales pitch, shall we say. Side note, would I know what that thing she mentioned is? A myconid sovereign?
You guys can roll me. Guess nature.
All right.
Technically be Arcana, but they want you to roll Arcana for literally.
Liliana doesn't know shit about them.
19.
Elena, since you've dealt with Underdark stuff before, you know that a
Mhm.
sovereign is the big mushroom that controls a specific group of myconids, which are the mushroom people that live in the Underdark. Pretty much anything you know out of character, I'll say you know.
Right. So it's like a mycelium.
Yeah.
A mushroom like brain, basically.
Yeah, it's like the center of not really a hive mind per se, but it's like the grandfather and the rest of their children.
Right.
Mycelium network.
Mm-hmm. And Lena just like
It's
nods.
the admin. The rest are just the other computers on the LAN.
She just nods. That's very fascinating. I wonder how he managed to get one away from its colony.
He killed them all.
That would do it then, wouldn't it? So then.
That's what I would have done.
Hmm.
I've done
That's
it.
true.
I've done it. Well, I've done it a bit, but I don't want to discuss this.
That's fair. That is fair. We have to keep our secrets, most of us. And then she just nods. So, a plethora of Underdark beasts to unleash on the towns, as well as the dragon. I'm assuming
Sounds
a
like a
man.
fun time.
Indeed. I'm assuming that a man with his mechanical know-how must have a few other tricks up his sleeve down there. That's where his primary investment is. Even though I suppose the primary investment is flying over 10 towns at the moment.
Perhaps.
Mhm.
If you can, try not to kill too many of his men.
Hmm.
I had been
You think
trying
that-
to start a coup. It'd be more
Really?
entertaining for you to keep them alive. They can fight against each other in the future.
Well, you're gonna run into some problems with that.
Well,
There are a few that are dead now.
Hmm. I mean,
Oh,
if
well.
there's no real way to, if a coup can't be started, at least then we can take care of them and make sure it doesn't really need to happen. Less potential loss of life for your men.
I think she's more interested in the entertainment of it all,
It's
not
true.
the loss of life. Am I wrong? Liliana will say, look into them.
Well, I can't say I'm not entertained by the loss of. As long as it's not against my. As long as it's not a loss for.
Well,
Liliana will just shout. Well, if you want entertainment, you might benefit from watching us do some fighting. Or she'll kind of look around and just kind of, with a bit of a smirk, at least me.
I forgot to mention. I forgot to mention what the food was on the table. For those of you that are curious.
I am always curious about
it looks
food.
like it's on like you have like the roast beast kind of plate
Mhm.
where it's like
Right.
a fully cooked boar. Well,
Mhm.
instead of that, make it smaller, and it's like dog size, and it's a brain with like canine legs, and there seems to be like weird brain juices in it, and it's like in a pan, and it's like marinated in its own juices.
That's what I
Parts
recognize.
of it are
That.
missing, and she's like eating one of the legs.
Would I be able to
Brain food.
recognize that? Like the creature, would I be able to recognize that?
That would be an Arcana.
Alrighty.
I don't think anyone has encountered that.
24.
Yeah, you know that's an power.
Interesting. How does one
You also know Drukar super hate mind flares.
let me just quirks an eyebrow at that and just goes, that is interesting. And looks over to the chef just with wonderment, then I just offhandedly to no one just goes, how do you prepare a mind flayer spawn like this
Blends.
to be able to be safe to eat?
Blends.
Fair. How's the taste?
Why don't you try?
Hmm.
I put a lot of work. And she's like, doing it.
Would I know whether or not that would be a good idea?
Perfect. Wait. I think they have a list of
Hmm.
You cooked it just the right texture. Bulk.
Oh.
You can
Scotty's
roll
kind of
insight.
reviving.
Oh, my internet.
We understood nothing you said there, Scotty. You lagged out.
Sweet.
Someone used
current
semaphore to communicate with him.
That's a first on this this internet for quite a while.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'll treat that more as a boon. In any case, just let me know if I like freeze on you guys.
We will.
Okay. Yeah.
Any case, you said that you were wondering if that would be a good idea.
Like just out of character, if I knew if that would be a good idea.
Roll insight.
Inside 26.
It's probably more just culturally disgusting. It's the equivalent in real life of a lot of other countries will have the caramelized cockroaches and stuff like that. And it's like it's perfectly fine. It tastes fine. But like for us, it like looks disgusting. The concept itself is like, ew, no.
Mhm.
But
It's like somebody-
It's not bad. It probably isn't bad.
Yeah, it's like that
Chocolate
horse
insects.
sashimi stuff they serve in like in restaurants in Japan.
Yeah, or like eating, I think python.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Taiwan or
Callie.
something.
Yeah, Callie. They actually have sashimi in Japan that is made from the connective tissue that connects the mane to the neck. You watch Food Network, you see some weird stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But in any case,
Actually, no, it was Travel Channel. Yeah, she's gonna try a bite.
It's the equivalent in real life of eating. Like you can have cow brain as a dish.
Mhm.
It's like
Yeah, she's gonna-
like the same.
Is she gonna take a bite out of what would probably be considered the left frontal lobe?
Okay. You cut out a piece. There's like fork and knife
Mm-hmm.
and blades, and it is very marinated in like the slime of the brain fluid.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
you go to and you take your bite from it. It's hot, temperature wise, but it tastes fairly bland, and it's mostly from like residue, soot, and ash from the air that seems to have mixed in with it. So it doesn't really have a taste in it per se, and the texture is kind of slimy but chewy
Swallows it.
and soft. So it goes down easy.
She thinks this would pair very well with a few things I can think of back home. Not too terrible. She goes, my compliments to the chef.
He goes back to
And and
like
Elena-
chopping up a tentacle.
Elena thinks over the telepathic link to everybody else. This is why I don't like Durgar. That tasted like just ass.
Roll deception, actually.
I'm thinking
The
that like
ash.
both. Yes.
I'm not in your head, so I'm just making that out of character joke.
17.
Okay. You can pull that feint pretty easily on that, I guess.
And then she says, pleasantries aside, is this all that we really need to know going down there? The creatures and potentially the traps?
No, there's probably a lot more.
Like what? And she sort of just steeples her fingers and just like looks, just puts on a little smirk.
I guess you'll have to go and find out.
It's more fun if we
She
find
doesn't
out
seem
while we're there.
entertained by this at all. She's just very neutral about everything.
Liliana does stand up after that. Stretch out.
She goes, very well. We will leave you to your meal, and hopefully we'll be able to provide a good show to go with your dinner. And she pops out one of her psionic daggers and twirls it between her fingers just to sort of emphasize show, and then makes it vanish.
She didn't even look like she looked at it. Or if she
Yeah,
did,
just
it
sort of-
wasn't like for long. Like it,
Mm.
essentially, it doesn't look like she's purposely looking away from it, but it also is not, neutral. So
Yeah. And he's like, all right, everybody, let's head out. Let's head out and see if we can take care of this guy.
Good luck, she says in Dwarven.
And she turns and does a quick bow and says in Dwarvish, thank you for the pleasant conversation and meal.
Hopefully, it won't
And
dig
she-
at your lap.
One can only hope. And best of luck with the remnants of whatever we leave you of Sunblight's effects. And I walk out of the room.
And on that note, I think we'll end it.
Yay.
Real quick, I was surprised Perry didn't bring up her aunt's brewery at all.
I'm keeping quiet. I'm scared.
Why are you scared,
You have
Callie?
coupons, for the poltergeist.
I'm good. Wasn't it? It was like the
Undermountain
perky
connects to
poltergeist
Underdark.
or something.
Yeah, the plucky poltergeist.
Yeah.
As soon as they get out of earshot of the room, Elena is going to literally take something from her mess kit, like a napkin or something, and just and just start strafing it over her tongue. Just go, oh my god, this is why I hate Durgar. There's no art or anything. It tastes like just mushrooms with soot. And she just is scraping her tongue with her top teeth just to try and get the taste off.
Freeze frames on your tongue sticking out with a napkin on it, and then the credits start.
Do, 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 do,
Yeah.
do, do.
And then it goes to the rat getting thrown and landing on the slope. So it's the
It is,
boom.
and it's just like it's no, the rat is just still sliding down the slope. It's just doing little lazy circles on the way down.
Yeah, it's an anime outro where it's just like the animation of it. Just its little fat butt is going first because that's the part that's the heaviest of the rat, just sliding backwards down the slope.
But yeah, that was fun.
Mhm.
So
I can't
yeah.
believe we almost died because we didn't pull.
I can.
We didn't know.
I absolutely can.
That was so fun. That was hilariously stressful. I loved it.
I
The good
started
kind of
getting
stress.
more stressed because I watched Scotty go, "You're gonna put the key in the lock."
I mean, there's a problem with like simple trap mechanisms
Mhm.
in D&D. And it's like players will never figure them out because they will think about like movie kind of like solutions instead of like the simple D&D ones.
I got
Right.
a good D&D example, but I'll tell you guys when we're off stream.
I mean, I did suggest right away to just smash the door down. So
Anyone have any plugs before we end for the night?
I got plugs.
Okay, well,
I can go.
Liliana.
Well, you can find me on my channel at Fractured Moon D&D, where tomorrow night we have Saffron Academy. Come check that out. It's a blast. I genuinely forget what we were doing last session. But I remember
no cool NPCs dying in that game.
She's not dead.
no kidnappings, no people's trying to steal our like people from us. It's pretty nice. No, and also we probably will get to traumatize the GM using her own plan. So come check that out. And that's it for me.
All right. Elena, why don't we go with you? AKA GM.
Pardon me. Yes. Hello, everybody. This is January_silence. You can find me at that pretty much everywhere. I also publish D&D homebrew stuff on DM's Guild, so check me out there. We are working on getting my latest 2 subclasses, my Veilstrider Ranger and College of Flighting Bard out. We're hopefully going to have at least one of those out by the end of the year. It will most likely be the Flighting Bard because I want this to be ready to go for somebody's Strixhaven game because it pairs really well with Silverquill. Be on the lookout in the future for a few other ones as well, including one that I teased on my Twitter today, which is going to be a Druid subclass inspired by Salem from Ruby. Be prepared for a lot of necromancy, a lot of summoning, and a lot of just why fight the big bad evil guy when you could be the big bad evil guy or girl. Also, check out myself, Lluis, and Saege over on YouTube on Backed Channel 1, where we play through the Maychen Press setting of Dark Matter in Quest for the Quantum Rose. The updates are very slow, but it's still very good stuff. We are basically Guardians of the Galaxy trying to save all of time and space. And it has been a lot of fun.
Why don't we go to Lluis next week?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Also got to plug my friend at Burger Mama on Twitter. Burger spelled BURRGER. She's the one who does a good chunk of my art for my homebrew. Very good stuff. If you're thinking of commissioning anything that has to do with fantasy stuff or cute chibi stuff, or just like she does really good work. I really highly recommend her. And from one artist to another, we go to Lluis.
I'm an artist, also like, rawr, I love Godzilla.
XD.
For real, like, if you like are like, okay, what can I do before the year ends or anything? Like, check out Gojira 1954. It's a great movie. It's the beginning of the kaiju genre. Nobody realized it. It's like a metaphor for Nagasaki and Hiroshima. I'm not Japanese, I'm not American, and I feel like both countries, it's a big movie for both of you. check it out. It's beautiful. That's it.
Since you're talking about Godzilla, not really spoilers, but I guess teaser. Later in this adventure, there might be something you will really like in that same theme. But on a different note, why don't we go to Callie?
Hi, I'm Callie, and you can find me at Cap Callie on Twitter. But I would like to talk about two things today. One, do you like fairy tale games and possibly watching a GM cry a little bit and die inside? Well, look no further than my game that I run on Tuesdays. It's called Unwritten. It's every other Tuesday. It's on Vex's channel, Fractured Rune D&D. Last night was a freaking trip, and I woke up this morning being like, what the frick did I do? Anyway, also, our friend Aya Golander makes little plushies, and she also does art commissions. If you would like to commission her, she could use the money right now. Just support her and support her art. And you can find her on Twitter at Aya Golander. Look how cute they are. These are all of my sad characters.
Where's the one character of you, Callie?
Huh?
You're the saddest character of the bunch.
I'm in the middle. It ranges from how sad they are. This
I don't know.
I think sad.
I think that one of them might get jumped soon, considering she just gets taken by the BBEG.
The face. Oh my god.
There's at least a few things in this outro, Callie, I think you should gift for yourself.
What?
One of them specifically you just being like with all your little finger puppets.
Oh, GIF.
Yeah.
GIF of myself. I thought you said get for yourself. I was like, oh.
I also heard get for yourself.
Get sad at Unwritten on Tuesdays at 8 o'clock on Fractured Rune D&D. Be there or be square. Woo! All right, cool.
And last but not least, River. Got any closing thoughts or plugs or anything?
No, I'm good here.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you all next Wednesday. Remember, if a door closes, at least try to open it first. Bye, everybody.
Shut up. Shut up.
Bye.
Bye.